Hey there guys, I'm Sonic Ghost.
Hey guys, Saxdude26 here.
I am Kinmeister LP, and why are we sounding all so calm all of a sudden?
Oh god
But
damn!
I am mad for myself.
I digress.
Seriously?
Quite literally. Okay, I'll stop that.
What is this? Like the freaking third or fourth Mega Man X game, like LP or something I've seen from you guys? Alright.
Well, yeah, and this is our second time trying, because we tried this the other day and fail, and we usually never like doing 2 takes.
Holy foot, I'm starting to get enough of Mega Man X for a while.
Yeah, so let's move on to X2 next.
Yes.
This is why I suggested I play Mega Man Extreme instead.
Well, we can still do Mega Man Extreme, but I had this already recorded, and plus, I liked my run.
Because I am
Fair
part
enough.
of the minority who thinks X2 is better, but alas.
Well,
Also,
personal
Storm
preference.
Tornado is also visible this time.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. This playthrough is actually not going to have any flicker issues. I fixed that. Found a way to render the videos without having things disappear. So, invisible tornado, as I like to call it, is no more. You can actually see
But
it.
anyways, the reason why we're actually excited about this playthrough is Lester did some funny things with this playthrough. What I gotta do?
That too, okay. Just leave the funny edits to when they pop up. There's
Okay,
no need
well-
to future reference them.
I know. I'm sorry.
You don't
But
know how
anyways.
to take a joke.
We don't need a Captain Hindsight in this call, thank you very much.
Captain Hindsight and
Wait
the
a
attack
second,
of the killer
Kinster?
tomatoes.
Kins, why haven't I seen a Mega Man X playthrough from you yet?
I guess I should get to it then, because I have a crap load of stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
Oh,
alright. You want to talk about it all here? Well, save it for this playthrough too, I guess. They have more stuff to talk about.
By the way, who else thought Okay, what did you guys think of my blind playthrough of this?
You're
For
gonna bring
Black,
up...
it went excellently well.
I thought it was one of the best playthroughs I've seen from you yet, so...
Good. Okay.
And to all the and
Oh my
it
God.
also shows the best thing about the blind playthrough, Matt, to all the people who complain about certain things in the game being too easy, just look at Matt's blind playthrough and see they are in fact not. Especially this time through.
Are you referring to what I said in like past recordings before? Because I said this game
Yeah,
is too
but,
easy.
certain stage layouts were a bit blare in Mega Man X1, but they got harder in Mega Man X2 and so on. For you know, the first time playing through the game, it is legitimately hard.
Yeah. It's to me like the X1, like the way the stage design style, and I'm sort of like referencing Ego Raptor when I say this. It's more like a learning curve or baby steps as to like preparing you for the other X games. So.
And that's kind of why I wish that games did that nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first one in the series, so excuse it for the faults, only because it's the first one in the series, trying things new. So
And
when it
it's
comes to the stage
prepared for
layouts and
what is to
whatnot,
come.
yeah, when it comes to the stage layouts and maybe them being a little too easy and or short, I can kind of forgive it.
Ow.
'Cause
Twilight Princess.
That too. I'll get to it in my lesson
Apparently.
eventually.
Ow! Whoa! 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 You did the exact same thing I did.
Well, it's kind of easy to if you're, you know, like me and just don't hold the charge all that well on your charge shot.
Well, it looks like
Okay,
you're kind of
okay.
going through this one a little casually, so.
Okay.
Well, that's
okay,
for now.
Okay. I'm shooting lemons. I'm shooting lemons. And here comes the car part.
Too obvious. Too obvious. I'm sorry.
Excellent!
I'm sorry, Ego Raptor, but that was referenced another million times. You know, if he was getting paid for this, he would obviously be a billionaire by now.
I
I'm
was
not
about to
kidding.
say, like, if anybody was going to make a reference, I would take my hand, reach through the monitor, and punch someone right now.
Like,
Well, you have 2 to go for.
literally, I thought the sequelitis episode. I seriously thought that was like one of the greatest videos on YouTube.
I thought it was one of the
That
best
was
videos I've seen in
brilliant.
a long time, that's for sure.
That was
Because-
brilliant.
Honestly, I think that the way he kind of stated how Mega Man X is kind of like the best learning curve. I think that was like the best idea. Like literally, I kind of agree with it because obviously you guys saw me play it blind.
Mm.
That it was a learning curve.
Mm.
Honestly.
The only thing I would disagree with about what he said was in relation to Vile and, you know, character development, because when you fight him again, the exact same thing happens.
Yeah. Well, besides his
But other
arm
than
game
that,
blown
yeah,
off.
Yeah.
One thing I need to get into detail is that I know a lot of people would say that Zero is an overrated character, but like the way I look at it is like there really isn't a whole lot to compare alongside him, and he's kind of like an automatic favorite to me. Because here's the thing, I do not like Mega Man X's character, and most of that the reason why it can be seen from as you go from game to game. And he literally makes no character development. Even at X8, he's the same exact freaking character he was
What
in
are
X1.
we fighting
Mega Man
for?
Mega Man
An
X,
example.
the artificial intelligence whinge bucket.
Yeah, that's actually the best way
Well-
to put it. But I
And
think
you
you
know,
stated this in the
comparing-
previous recording, Ken, that you said that Zero was kind of like similar to Proto Man in a lot of
But
ways.
the best way to look at it
I
is.
said nothing like that actually.
I was the one who said that. I said
Oops,
Proto
scratch
Man
reverse
EX
it.
Yeah, Proto Man EXE from the Battle Network series is like a cross between classic Proto Man and Zero from the X series, which is
Let's
kind of
see.
ironic considering Zero is actually in the Battle Network series. But never mind.
Wait, hold on. Zero was in Battle Network.
Okay, Zero was referenced in a battle chip in Battle Network, but he was also in Mega Man Network Transmission, and he is freaking huge.
This is a different kind of Zero, mind you. So
No,
It's not the
exact-
same one, but it's
Okay.
like
It is intended
similar.
to be. It is intended to be a NetNavi counterpart to Zero from the X series.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Similar in some ways, just to make the homage,
Hmm.
Okay.
not the
Just kind
exact
of
character.
hilarious considering Proto Man is the better sword user in the Battle Network continuity.
Well, obviously,
Meanwhile,
yeah,
Zero is chopping the crud out of things.
yeah. And then they based Zero's character and combined it with X and Mega Man ZX series.
so now we made Dr. Light the douchebag.
Oh god,
Mega
this
Man.
guy is just a real jerk
Oh,
at later games with these capsules.
X, I
Okay,
gave
can I-
you
can I
done
say
well
something
to
real
choose
quick?
your
No,
own
you can't,
path
because
in
Ken's
life.
gonna read this all.
And I hope the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one.
You're referencing Johnny, aren't you? In this
No,
playthrough,
he's
X2.
Now
Think
it seems
me-
that you are destined to fight.
Yeah, you are. He did this.
Because I thought the world might need a new champion.
Champion.
That was intentional. I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will be able to increase your powers. Blank, beyond anything the world has ever known.
But I've never seen this type on Earth.
Step into this capsule, and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X.
Hey, you
Also,
accused
did I
me.
mention-
I have to go
also-
hunt rabbits.
Also, did I mention my this is the only capsule I have that's out in the open? Yeah, that's right. You gotta go find them all. Ha!
Okay.
Be very quiet. We're hunting Mavericks.
Anyways, what I was gonna say was, every time you find a capsule and you hear the little noise that goes, I always think that's my phone going off.
It sounds like a vibration of a phone, yes.
Well,
I
considering
always
that
think
I always
it's my phone going off. I'm like, oh god. I was like, did I miss a phone call? I was like, nope, I didn't. It was just a capsule opening.
No, you just got
Dr.
power.
Light, Thomas.
I think it's Dr. Thomas Light.
Oh, Thomas the Tank Engine.
No,
Yes.
Thomas Light.
Dr. Thomas Light is now Thomas the Tank Engine. He's
That
the
was a-
douche and the train that inspired kids.
Thomas was very annoyed that he'd been turned into a dragon.
And now it is
You-
time to fight Chilpingus.
No! 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 My arch
Penguins.
rival, Chill Penguin.
How's that desk, by the way? Broken yet?
It's not as bad as Kevin's is at the moment with the whole face implant in the middle of it.
How do you do that?
Oh, wait a second.
How do you do that to that kind of desk of his?
You see me fail. That's what happened.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember? Yeah, god damn it. Match.
You know
Next
what's the
time-
worst part about that? No offense to everyone else that joined you in that commentary, but out of the group that usually joined you, I was probably the most experienced in this game. And I was the one mostly facepalming. I just
Don't
wasn't
we-
there to do it.
Don't we all at least once in our lifetime? Don't you know?
I'm sure on the side, Lester, you were making your own UG counter.
More than Kevin's.
Sorry.
Actually, no, it was less than Kevin's because I'm not as nitpicky.
Because apparently I can't play the same. You know, it's illegal to play a different style than Kevin.
Oh,
Exactly.
You guys don't see it that I'm actually sticking my tongue out.
well, at the same time, at least it's not as bad as me like nitpicking over the subscreens in Golden Sun.
Oh my god, really? Really, Ken? You're nitpicking over that stuff? Jesus.
Well, I was at one point, but that's what I've gotten. Oh yeah, what was the complaint I made? Yeah, the fact that it was on the A button. Why is it on the A button?
Because it makes it easier than pushing the select.
Okay, enough about...
Ken, you're playing it on an emulator. You don't have any excuse. Put the A button to your select button.
Okay.
Do what I do with pretty much every SNES game. Configure the controls because the defaults are absolute rubbish.
Yep.
Seriously, Kirby Superstar, what is this? Who thought it was a good idea to have the Y button as jump? Seriously.
Is that why the controls are so jank and the Drain Collection, like, B is the save and crap? Ah, what the...
What?
Oh, man.
What?
Okay, does it have classic controller? Wait, does it have classic controller support?
Yeah, it has...
And they expect you to use it then.
No. I mean, what it expects you to use is just the Wii Remote alone.
Yeah, but that's why I said they probably expect to use the classic controller if you don't want to have problems like that occur. But they're like more saying people are probably just going to use Wii mode.
Okay,
yeah, so that
one thing
would be
I want to rant, and
yeah.
I was telling Kevin about this because there was a couple times in this playthrough he had to like replay stages for me because he just doesn't want to sit there. Remember that?
Yep.
But like,
yeah.
he wanted me to put dash buttons on. I think if I Kevin, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I said this wrong, but you wanted me to put the dash buttons on the X and Y button on the GameCube.
That is the dumbest idea ever. Can I just say?
Seriously,
you know
Kevin?
why?
Seriously?
I have tried that.
What? You're not
When
doing public asshole.
Matt, I actually played Mega Man X on an SNES at Manifest, like Melbourne Anime Convention in the gaming area, and I stupidly put the dash button on the X. That was the dumbest decision I ever made. I should have put it on the shoulder buttons.
Always put it on the shoulder buttons. I always put it on the left one for me.
Because I was finding the double tapping was becoming a bit problematic, so I was trying to dash with the X button while charging the Buster and trying to push the A button at the same time to jump. That is the biggest higgledy-piggledy mess. I pretty much had to have bird hands to do that or something.
It doesn't work.
And birds don't even have hands.
Actually, I find it doable.
Okay, I'll just put it this way. Like, okay, I put it on the shoulder because, well, my fingers aren't on the shoulder buttons and I'm going to be dashing all over. I think it'd be appropriate that, but putting it on the X, Y buttons, oh my god.
I actually find it doable. I mean,
it's doable, but it's not practical.
Okay, the X button could be the dash, the A button could be the jump, and the B button could be the fire button. I guess it's doable because, like, the way I have it when I play this on my collection, which, by the way, is through the PS2 version, I use the circle button to dash, X button to jump, and the square button to
and I
yes,
think that's
and your
like
hand turns into a higgledy-piggledy mess, and you pretty much need to have your thumb over all three buttons, or hold it like, you know, a bird's claw type thing over the top of the controller.
I think that's why Kevin, because he did have the PS2 version.
Well, part of it is because I have big hands in general, so it's not really a big issue, so...
For me, dashing is something that should be left to shoulder buttons or double tapping.
I got an idea.
Hey, on the bright side,
do a Mega Man X run through where your dash button's on an awkward button.
Well, hey, okay. Right side, at least this
put it on select. Why don't I?
Hold on, let me add in something. At least this is better than having to press like the directional pad twice just to dash in the extreme Mega Man X game, which
that's the thing. I actually like that, and two, you can actually also dash by putting in the button input for sliding in the classic series.
Yeah, get used to, honestly. So,
to be honest, the first time I played Extreme, I was more used to that, so I went with that.
Don't let him lick you, Lester.
LPerLeague, where we bitch about button layouts.
Your tongues.
for too freaking long.
But anyways, don't let him lick you, Lester. Don't let him lick you.
Well, I was gonna say here, I always go in this pattern. The first time I played this game going in this pattern, it took me forever to beat this boss.
Don't let him.
Because it takes a lot of memorization for his pattern, because it is pretty predictable, and you just have to be careful. Armor is really helpful in this fight, that's why I always go for it right away, but this guy always kills me right away if I'm too careless.
Don't let him sting you, huh? What?
Well, he can't sting me, he did.
He's Sting Chameleon.
Well, I was gonna say it before, but everybody was like talking above me, and I can't. And
the buttons! The buttons!
The buttons!
Like I said, we bitch about button layouts for too damn long.
You done screaming there?
I'm sorry.
Man, how could you?
I'll take that as a yes.
I'm sorry.
No, I couldn't tell whether it was Ken or Matt. The buttons!